Hey guys, welcome back to My Wildlife. Today we are working on this little project here. I'm making a rain barrel waterer for the pigs. So I'm going to want to have this a little bit off to the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a fifth one over here. We're going to set it up like so. I've hinged the lid, but we're going to tighten that up quick and we're going to put a cap on it. We got to fill it and deliver it. I bought these little spigots at the bottom here off of Amazon. But the annoying thing was that the drill bit that came with it, the hole drill bit, wasn't the right size. And so we had to get a rotary file and file it all down to make it work. But she's good now. This isn't quite the right size cap, but that's okay. We'll just set it like so. Okay. So pull the sticker off. Just going to tighten down the hinged lid. So my thoughts were two things. One, I wanted to have a opening so that I can screw these down from the inside. And then two, this way I can clean it and I can also fill it easily. And then the lid is it's not going to seal super tight because it's been ground off, which is a good thing, because without it sealing super tight, that means that it's going to allow airflow, so it's not going to airlock. So the pigs will be able to get their water. Robert, how you doing, Robert? Are you out west? Sun doesn't even look like it's starting to set. I'm up north. We are in far north in northern Canada. And so you are right on the money. The sun has not started setting yet. We have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of light left. Welcome to the far north. The awkward thing is, I'm trying to do this. I'm gonna get this going one hand or by myself. Here's a little awkward, but we're gonna make it work. I'm just trying to tighten the hinge on this door down quick. So this is gonna be for my pigs. Right now, I've been doing the good old 20-liter pail method. I've been hauling 20-liter pails up from the lake. As you can see, there's a lake behind me. That gets old fast. And let me move you guys a little closer so I can read the chat. How you doing, Georgia? How are you doing, the real Jamarant? So, we just want to snug all these nuts up on the hinge. So yeah, the pigs are going through about 100 liters of water a day right now. And so hauling 20-liter buckets at a time from the lake is a pain. So my thoughts are, at least for now, I'm borrowing this loader. I've got this loader beside me. It's not mine, I'm borrowing it. But I figure while I have it, I have a set of forks for it. I can haul this over towards my well and use my well pump in order to fill this barrel. So I've got it on a pallet here and I can just keep transferring it. Welcome to my off-grid homestead, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We're up north in the far north in Canada. We live off-grid. We've got livestock, we've got animals, and we're just getting started, kinda. We've been doing this for 1.5 years, and everything's a learning curve. And sometimes you find yourself doing the manual hard labor a lot longer than you should before you get smart. So now that the pigs are starting to get big, it's been about 2 months of hauling water by hand. Now it's time to innovate. What is your favorite animal? As far as homesteading animals, my favorite animal is the goats. I'm a huge fan of goats. I didn't think I would be. Fun story. When we were getting into homesteading, I didn't want... Sorry about that, guys. My wife tried to call me, but she can just call for me. She's just in the house right behind me. She tried to call the phone, but I can't answer like this. Anyway, I was saying, I wanted to get sheep. And then my wife had the opportunity to get a couple goats, and I asked some people what they thought about goats. And the general consensus was that they're smelly, they're trouble, they're going to be breaking out of fences all the time, and that I wasn't going to like them. And so I told my wife this, and she tried to assure me that no, goats are good. You don't have to worry about it. So I made a deal with her. I told her, okay, we'll get goats. We'll start with 2. And if I don't like them, I'm going to eat them. So as long as you're okay with me eating them, I'll give it a chance. And needless to say, we're up to 10 goats now. And So the goats are my favorite animal. The thing about goats on a homestead is they're a lot like dogs, except they're a little less needy. They're adorable. How are you guys doing? Sticky, welcome back to the chat. I'm just trying to get the lid hinged, although it's hard to do it because I can't see where my screwdriver is. Maybe if I keep my hand there. Something like this. There we go. I'm just trying to tighten down the lid on this. This is going to be for my pigs. I think we are all tight. I might be able to get that one a little tighter. So yeah. Dragonland, how you doing? Jace, welcome back. Sorry I lost you guys. Sticky, Jace. I didn't charge my phone before yesterday's stream. And, well, I knew I was streaming with low battery, but I thought we would make it. I thought we'd hold on, and I lost you guys at the end there. But that's okay. You didn't miss much. You just missed me filleting up that fish. Okay, let's just finish tightening this down. Yeah, that feels pretty good. So I'll put the hinge lid on, and then this way I can clean it. I can open it up for when I fill it. So it's a barrel. I've already washed it, and I added these spigots. I got these off of Amazon. I've got 5 of them around there. The plan is to leave them on the pallet here. That way I can drive around. And so I'm going to take you for a quick little drive in the loader here. We're going to drive this over a little bit closer to my well pump. I don't want to drive over the grass I just planted, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to drive over a little closer. I did charge my phone this time, yes. We are good. We're sitting at like 95% battery. This is going to get a little loud. What I didn't charge was my AirPods. Let's get a little bit cozy in here together. So let's try to figure out the best way to set you guys so you can see what we're doing. So it's gonna be a little loud, guys. I'm sorry. We gotta fire up the loader. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift the barrel. Let's back up. Bear with me, guys. We're not going far because then we got to fill this thing. It's not that loud? Okay, good. It feels loud for me. Okay, we'll just get it this far. I could reach there with the hose. We'll turn this off. Sorry, you're saying that wasn't that loud? It feels super loud for me. Oh, there we go. We're gonna just quickly stop in the house here and say hi to the wife because she tried calling us and we need to see what that was all about. The man who ignores his wife has a miserable life. You like that one? I like that one. Hey, you tried to call? Perfect.
That being said, it read, the alarm went off that it was 37.
Yep.
So the alarm went off, so then actually I raised it to 38 just to check.
Yeah.
And then the alarm went off that it was 38. This was only saying 36 at the time. So I took it out, that's why I called it. I was like, hey, like, what should we do here? But I took it out of the spot you had it in.
You put it down lower?
I put it down lower.
Smart.
Yeah. So now it's, but now it's, I mean,
you're gonna get like, I think it says plus or minus a degree or 2.
Okay, perfect. Then we're good.
Yeah, if you Google the little giant.
This is reading Maximus, please stay under. Dad has his camera out.
If you
This is 30, saying 33, and this is saying 35.8. But
give them a second to calibrate and work.
The other thing is the sensor hangs kind of more in the middle, and this is now on the bottom. So, like this is on the bottom.
Google the instructions on your little Giant and see if the sensor should be hanging right there, or if it should be somewhere else, or somehow tucked up or down.
Okay.
Just do a little homework on the little Giant itself. We had some issues, guys, with our egg incubator. We were incubating some duck eggs, and the thermostat acted up on us, and we could tell that the heater was running. However, it had been running for a while, and we unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it was way too hot, and unfortunately it killed all of our incubating duck eggs, and so we have to start again. Now I've got a replacement thermostat on order, should be here by Tuesday, but I just got another shipment of eggs, so I kind of want to get it started. So I bought a temperature sensor with an alarm, and that way if it acts goofy on us, I'm hoping the alarm will alert us so that doesn't happen again. But yeah, we'll see. Just gonna walk the hose out, although yeah, it's on. Okay, we'll go this way. So yeah, anyway, Ashley, how you doing? Just remember, happy wife, happy life. It is very true. It's a good saying. I live by it. Okay, so we got our drum here. What we're working on here, guys, built this good old drum with the hinged lid. We're gonna fill it up. This is gonna be pig's waterer. So I'm gonna have to teach the pigs how to use this. Let's throw that in there. While that's filling, let's go say hi to the goats. The hose is jumping around. Okay. And Mel says hi. Sticky is eating popcorn. And can you milk your goats? I do have to milk the goats still. Normally, I'll probably let my wife do it, ? But we can join. I suppose we could do it. We could do it while that's filling up with water. Why not? I'm gonna I'm gonna let you guys decide what we're doing while that is filling with water. What are we doing for now? Oh boy, can't text. Milk goat, hang out with chickens, or let's just add the option of hanging out with the goats. Okay, I'll give you guys a few seconds here to decide what we're gonna do while that is filling with water. Are we gonna milk a goat? Are we gonna hang out with the goats? Or are we gonna hang out with the chickens? We also could hang out with rabbits, but I don't know. These guys are probably a little more fun. Ben, how you doing, Ben? And Ben says, just after you had joined live, somebody stole my tackle bag. That's no fun. You're fishing where there was a bunch of other people. You left your tackle bag lying around. Tisk tisk, but also that is terrible. I do not like humanity if that's what they're gonna do. I'm just grateful I live in the middle of nowhere. I actually just bought a bunch of tackle off someone off Facebook Marketplace while I was in town earlier today. Had a bunch of Rapalas and stuff, and the guy was just doing a bit of a garage clean out. $30 for about 8 Rapalas and about 100 jigs, and a small tackle box, which I gave to my youngest kid. Figured not a bad deal. And Sticky is saying, is it just me, or do you put hot chocolate on your popcorn? I do. It's yummy. That is a just you thing. It would be soggy. That ain't, maybe chocolate syrup, but hot chocolate? Soggy popcorn ain't my thing. Joseph says, very closed-minded in your opinions. Whom? Me? We got about 57% wanting to milk the goats and 43% wanting to hang out with the goats. 0 people like chickens. We can end that poll for now. Let's let's walk around. Let's walk around. Joseph, if you feel like elaborating, feel free to elaborate. Maybe I can expand on what I was saying. Sometimes we just get off on a ramble. Let's grab some of the stuff we need to milk a goat. Ba-da-ba-ba. Could you get me the container with water, the yarrow bomb, and I am gonna milk a goat. I need some betadine. Did I? Yes, I brought home all that betadine, right?
You did.
Okay, good. We're gonna milk a goat.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I warn you guys, I am not that good at it,
I
but
found my bottle.
hey, there you go.
I'm gonna find somewhere.
And Sticky says, I did milk goats. I'm loving it, LOL, from the ad. I'm loving it from the ad. Sorry, I'm out of the loop. What are we talking about? Loving it from the ad. Yeah, my wife's just getting me some betadine here. What we do when we milk a goat is...
If I could just say something, don't be surprised that you don't get tons off of her. Meat has been eating so much more, in which case I was also...
Are you going to give me more betadine? There's
no,
barely...
It's all in there.
Oh, okay.
That's enough. Just don't dump it, because it'll come up. I was thinking when meat goes, maybe we could offer him to go tomorrow.
Okay, well, yeah. So, one of our goats is getting rehomed tomorrow. His name is Meat because he was our surplus male. I castrated him, and I was trying to rehouse him, but I was having a hard time finding someone who needed a male goat right now. And so we were planning to eat him. So we don't name the animals we were eating, so he was just called Meat. However, I did find someone who now wants a male castrated goat, which is perfect. I don't mind eating my animals, but I prefer finding them new homes if I can. My priority is find them a loving home, and if all else fails, I eat the surplus animals. But in this situation, he is not going to get eaten. Okay, let's set this up out of the way. Okay, guys, we got to go grab a goat because we're going to milk her on this stand. So let's go grab her. And I would love to see some fishing again today. We might be able to get to that, Jace. My son actually caught a pike. It's in that cooler over there. We're gonna go take a look at that pike too, because I haven't even seen it yet. Mimi! Come here, Mimi! Where are you, Mim? Come on, Mimi! Mimi! Come on, girl. Come on, Mimi. Yep. Come on, Mimi. Come on, guys. Come on, Mimi. Good goats. Good goaties. Look at that, just like dogs. Come on, Mimi. The brown one is the one we want. Mimi. Come on, Mimi. It's that time. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Oh, don't fight me. Don't fight me. I need to get just you out. Yep. Sorry, Meat. You got to stay. Sorry, guys, but we just want the one goat right now. You got to stay, girl. Some pets. Oh, yes. You got to stay because we're not milking you. You're too young. You're too little. But, Mimi, come on. Come on. Hey. Don't go that way. Hey. May. What? I don't think she's... So her baby's Meat. Come on, girl. And Meat is the one that we are going to be rehoming. And he's been eating a lot off of her, but he should be weaned by now. He's 4 months old, and they don't need to eat off mom after 3 months. So, yeah, she's not as eager to get milked because she's got someone doing it for her. Okay, girl. Come on up. Oh, come on up. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Here she is. She's in the headlock. And yes. Hi, Abby. How you doing? We are about to milk this goat. So bear with me for a second. So I got soapy water here. So first thing I'm gonna do, just wipe her down. And then I'm gonna take some betadine. So this is sterilizing agent. And no furt on the milk. What? We're gonna use some betadine here That's going to clean the udders. And now we wipe that off. And then we're going to take some yarrow balm. So this is ointment to moisturize so that it doesn't hurt. We're going to take a squirt off of each one just onto the table here, just in case there's any betadine that just contaminated it. Okay, we'll grab our milking container here. Oh boy. And now we can start milking. Is this betadine? Yes. Betadine, yes. Okay, so now it's a simple process here. Her baby's been eaten off of her. I call him her baby, but he's 4 months old. He should be weaned, so we're not going to get too much milk off of her tonight. He must have just been eaten not long ago because he does not have a lot of milk in her at all. What are you doing, Mimi? Her baby's going to get rehoused tomorrow. So, seriously, girl, you got like nothing in here. Was he just eating? Come on, girl. We are not getting a lot of meat at all here. Meat? I meant milk. Her baby's meat. She's milk. Ah! Guys, this is like a waste of my time. That's it. There's nothing in there. What are you doing, girl? You got nothing. I'm gonna starve. That's not even worth me saving. So I'm gonna show you guys what we're looking at so you know what we're talking about. So if we look close, you can see that this should be full and lump, but if I try to squirt right now, we're getting nothing. She's basically out. We're not going to torment her just by massaging her teats. If she's done, she's done. Her baby must have been eating. So we're rehousing him. Like I said, he's about 4 months old. He's no longer needs to be eating off of her. We did try to wean for a bit there, but he's comfort eating off of her. So he's going to get rehoused tomorrow. So there's no point in fighting with this right now. We barely got any. So it's just time to give up on that one. Will she keep milk when meat stops eating from her? She will until, well, she will as long as we continue to milk her, just like a human. As long as we continue to milk her over the next 2 to 3 months. And then at that point, we got to stop because she's most likely pregnant right now. And you got to stop about 3 months before they have their baby, just to ensure that the nutrients are going to the baby. So yeah, that was it. She's done. There was no real milk in her today. That was next to nothing. That's okay. You're good. You're good to go. You're free. You're free. There you go. She doesn't mind though. Okay. We're probably pretty close on this barrel of water. Let's go check and let's check out this fish. What do we got in the cooler here? Oh, we got ourselves a northern pike in there. It's not the biggest guy, but he's edible. So I'll have to fillet that up later too. Let's check our drum, see how we're doing for water. Looks like it's pretty full actually. Yep, we're good. Okay, this drum is for our pigs. So we're gonna turn the water off and then we're going to, yeah, we're gonna go deal with that. No feed in the milk? No, not this time. Sticky says, no point in mashing her teats. I might have said, maybe, I might have said that. I might have said something along those lines. That one's for the instant playback to figure out. Is everyone here having a good night? I hope you guys are all having a good night. Look at this. This was pathetic. This is all the milk I got off of her. Normally we get like a whole pail, but meat. So I'll show you who meat is. Meat is playing with Elsa right now. So here's Meat and Elsa. So Meat is going to go to his new home probably tomorrow. We'll probably rehouse him tomorrow. So Meat is this guy over here. Right there. And that one there jumping around is Elsa. Is she gonna go for it? She's thinking about it. She wants to get up there. There's another goat, Maple, hanging out over there. Don't worry, Meat's gonna have a good life. He's not getting eaten. He's going to be a companion animal for someone who has another goat. I've got some people I know who they currently don't milk their goats or eat them. They just have them like dogs. And so that is one avenue of making money with goats. So people think that they're just going to be for either food or, oh boy, my hands are slippery. People think that goats are either just for food or just for milk. But actually, a lot of people like having goats as pets, just like dogs. You know, look at her. She's walking around the yard like a dog. Just like my dog. There's my dog. Hi, Lily. So, a lot of people will actually keep goats around their homestead or around their house, in their house. Some people will keep goats in their house. And yeah, they train just like a dog. They're a wonderful animal. Jace says, my night is way better watching all your lives. I love your lives. Jace, thank you. I appreciate that. Very kind. I appreciate all you guys for sticking around. And yeah, that means a lot to me. I keep this super interactive. I'm here to chat with you guys. I enjoy the conversations. And Shadow Vibe says, I used to have a rat as a pet. That's pretty wild.
Quick question.
Here's all the milk I got. She's empty.
There's no way. There's no way. I've never gotten that little off of her.
She's drained. She's got none. Zip, zero,
Okay.
zilch.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, I have another question. Did you confirm that you're going to that feed guy tomorrow?
I told him what I needed. I'll confirm with him tonight.
Okay, because one of our friends was going to go to the feed guy tomorrow and was offering to pick up for us. Should we offer to pick up for them or should we just
Who is it?
Well,
like, are they live around here?
Yes. Well, no. Yes, we'll see them
Okay.
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, yeah, I could pick up for them.
Okay.
Find out how much they want. I don't want to pick up like 100 bags of animal feed.
You won't be picking up 100.
Find out how much.
Just.
I'll be picking up tomorrow.
Okay, I'll tell her that you'll pick up there.
Okay. Oh, I got to pick up some animal feed. Rabbit food, chicken starter, duck feed, all that fun stuff. So my wife was just asking if I would pick up for someone else as well. So yeah. Anyway, what is it, hon? Sorry, I can't hear you. You got to come outside. Not right now. I'll put Mimi away, but I'm not going to put the other ones away till I'm done. I will do it, just not right now. Come on, Mimi. I got to remember to put Mimi back. She's getting angry. And, sorry, guys. Ben is saying 53 viewers and only 9 likes. Ah! Come on, guys, like that video. Double tap the screen to give it a like. And it was a wild rat named... Was it a wild rat, Shadow? And Sticky says, want to know something cool? I do. And Shadow says, it's New York City, guys. Don't judge me. You know what? I watched the movie Ratatouille. Ratatouille was a wonderful rat. He knows how to cook. If I had a rat that could cook me pasta, I would keep the rat. Hey, Mimi. Come on, Mimi. So, guys, this goat here is actually our full-size goat. We just got her about 2 weeks ago, and that's her baby right beside it. That is Elsa and Faye. And Mimi over there was the queen, but I think Faye is going to take over that role. But Mimi, stop eating my tree. Come over. Mimi, I want to let you in. Come on. You know how we're going to get her? We're going to give her some treats. We're going to give all the goats some treats, and that's going to make her want to come in. Mimi, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out, girl. Come on. Oh, come on. That's right. That's right. You know what's coming next. She knows. She knows it's treat o'clock. Come on, Mimi. Let's go get some treats. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mimi. Come on in. I don't want to let everyone else out. Come on. Oh, boy. The boy. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm getting treats, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, goats. I'm getting treats. Come on, guys. Gotta treat them like dogs, although they're... Oh, and while we're here, ducks. The ducks. Hello, duckies. The ducks are almost ready to move into their new home. Let's grab some grain for the goats. Can we get some hearts in the chat for the ducks? Anyone got any love for the ducks? Hey, Meat. Here, bud. You're the only one smart enough to stay with me. Here. There you go. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. You guys all went around thinking I was going to let you through. Come on, goats. No. Mimi, you're not using your big brain. You got to come this way. Come on, guys. Who's smart? Come on, Orion. Come on, guys. Orion. Right here, bud. Come here, Orion. There we go. There's Faye looking like a prehistoric alpaca. Come on, guys. Come on, Faye. Come on, girl. Hey. Hey, pretty mama. Come on. Come on, come get a treat. Come on, guys, over here. There's mama. Come on around, guys. We got one smart one. There's Oreo. There's Meat, Elsa, Faye, and Oreo. All the other ones just decided they like the grass over there. Oh, hey, Orion, my boy. I'm going to get some more. Oh, there's Noe. They're getting wise. They know there's treats coming. Riss says, I ride bulls. Bull rider. Let's get a little more grain to try to convince these guys to come to me. Hi, guys. Where's everyone else? You guys came. Come on, guys. Come on, Bast. There we go. Orion, Bast. Here they come. Here they come. We got the herd. They finally figured it out. Come on, guys. Y'all, Bast, you're on the wrong side of the fence, bro. Yep. Maple's smart. Maple's got the brains. Mimi's figuring it out slowly. There's Mimi. You're the only one I was trying to get in. Come on over, Evie. Bast, you're too young and dumb. What are you doing, little man? You're on the wrong side of the fence. Here, I'll come get you, bud. Evie, try not to knock that over. Come on, Basty boy. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. You're on the wrong side of the fence. Bast. Hey. Bast. There. Bast, don't run away from me. I want to let you in the fence. Okay, Bast. Bear with me, guys. Just getting the goat. Wrangling. There you go. Get that door closed behind me. And we're back. Okay, there we go. That was a bit of a struggle. I was trying to get one goat in and it took like 10 minutes. Hey, I want you to stay out of here. Evie, I'm trying to go in there. I'm trying to go in there. Guys, I just want to put the scoop down. Oh, okay. There you guys have it. Let me take a second here and sit right down. Tell you how I became the prince of a fresh town called Bel Air, something like that. The fresh prince of a town called Bel Air. Let's look at these guys and chat with you guys for a second. I got to catch up. And Shadow's talking about her pet rat who she could pick up from my window. He was very gentle. Jace was saying ducks. Lemon giving the hearts. Sticky says, I live in North California. It's 8:44. Shadow Vibe says New York 9:44. I am in Northern Canada where it is 8:47. And yes. Jace, Sticky is asking if you can become a moderator. Would you like to become a moderator? I can let you be a moderator. The only rules is, you know, have the chat's best interest in mind. And there you go, Jace. We are adding you as a moderator. Basically, you have the power to put people in timeout or remove their chats if it's highly inappropriate. I don't mind dealing with trolls. People can chirp me, I don't care. As long as it's polite and in a way that it's like, you know, you can chirp my beard, I don't care. But just be polite about it. I don't want any swears, any super inappropriate language. Otherwise, we try to keep it wholesome, but I don't mind engaging with the odd troll as long as they're being fun. As long as they are being playful about it and maybe a little apologetic afterwards. We don't have to go crazy with it, but if someone's super inappropriate, we do have the power to say bye-bye. This one here, so I always say that goats are a lot like dogs, except less needy, except this one. This one is needy. This one's like the jump on ya, you know, wants to be pet, wants to be carried, wants to jump in the car seat with my children. She means no harm, but she's still a goat and she's gonna get bigger. So we gotta kind of nip that in the butt, but she's so cute. She's so cute. They're just like dogs. So let me go over our goats for a second before we go see the pigs. Okay, roll call. This is Evie. Hey, Evie. She is a mini Nubian or a Nigerian dwarf Nubian. She is meant for milk. This is Noe. She is a pygmy goat. They are meant for meat. That is Orion. He's Big Daddy. They're meant for meat. This is another mini Nubian. Same kind of breed as this one. Meant for milk. This mama here is a full-size goat. She's her and her baby, which is behind her, are our two full-size goats right there. So we've got Faye and Elsa, our Toggenburg Alpine goats. Over here we got Meat, who is half Nubian, half pygmy goat. He is a hybrid, meat/milk, but he's being rehomed. He's not getting eaten. He'll be alive. Elsa, that's that Alpine Toggenburg. She's about 2.5 weeks old. This is just a baby. She is just a little baby. We have over here Maple, who is our half fainter, half Nigerian dwarf. So she is a milk goat, but she's a fainter goat, although she doesn't faint. She's half faint. Her cousin, who is a quarter fainter, would pass out if you walked towards her, but she's, I think she loves me too much. Over here, we've got Bast. Bast is a full pygmy goat. He is the baby to that one and Daddy. But don't worry, he's not being eaten. He's going to be a companion animal to our male. He's just a friend. He's got no balls and he's a friend. We call that a wether. When you castrate a goat, they're called a wether. And we have Oreo. And Oreo is another pygmy goat. They're designed for meat. You can milk them. They do provide milk, but it's not a super high amount of milk. Maybe I'll get about 3/4 of a liter off of her in a session. Whereas Mimi, it's more like a full liter, maybe a little more. And this one is like 4 liters, 4 to 8 liters. We've also got our chickens over here. So here are our chickens, our chicken coop, my log cabin chicken coop. They're not old enough to start laying eggs. Here they are, our chickens. This log cabin is actually called the Wattle Inn. This is my duck house that I built. Look at this beautiful field. That was my duck house, and I built that for the ducks. Last year I did 23 ducks. I ended up with 18 males, and male ducks are not very useful. You would use them for meat, so I ate them. The 5 females, we had them laying eggs for us all spring, or all summer, fall, and winter. And unfortunately at the tail end of winter, a fox got in there and killed them all. So we've made some adjustments to the security and we're restarting. We have some buff Orpington and Appleyard ducks in there. And we're now hatching 41 more ducks. They are Ancona ducks. They have blue duck eggs. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys because we got to get over to the pigs because Jace wants to see some fishing, but we got to get some work done first. Let's secure the fence. Sorry, guys. We also have on the farm rabbits. There's some babies in here. Let's check on the babies. Where are your babies? Are your babies in the back? Oh, I think I can't even see them. They're so little. There's a baby rabbit right there. Can you guys see that? They're only about a week old. They're a little baby rabbit. And Mama's saying, hey, hey, get away, get away. We're gonna leave them to sleep. So we got some baby rabbits in there. Size Samon says hi. Hey, how you doing, friend? Asking where am I from? We're in northern Canada. And Peggy, how are you doing today, Peggy? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the chat. And she's asking, are you gonna do some fishing? We are, we're gonna go do some fishing. But first, I made this drum today. I got this drum, put some spigots in the bottom for the pigs, got her up on a pallet. I just filled her full of water. Got a little bit of plastic in there. I tried to clean it all out, but there we go. And we are gonna use the loader to bring that over to the pigs. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna drive this bad boy over to the pigs and try not to break it and spill it. I should probably strap it down while I drive, but we're gonna drive really slow. Earlier people were saying this wasn't that loud, but I apologize if it gets a little bit loud for a second, just because we be driving a loader. Every man's dream is to play in big honka trucks, big construction equipment. And so I'm living every man's dream. Maybe it's quieter if I close the door. Hello. Oh, it's harder to fit. There. Okay. Sorry if this is getting a little loud, friends. We gotta just move this water. We're gonna try not to break the whole thing. This is our first time moving this, so hopefully I don't spill it. Let's get some fingers crossed that we don't break this. I have it kind of off-centered, kind of on purpose. We're gonna drive real slow. And Jace is saying, Peggy, I already asked about fishing. He said later. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm promising you guys, but we gotta deal with this sketchy situation first. Jay says, that's funny that you say that because my dad works in the turnpike with a bunch of trucks. Nice. Can you guys tell me, how annoying is the volume right now? Is it okay? Is this feasible? Are you guys getting drowned out by the loader? Peggy says, at least I'm not adopted. What's wrong with being adopted? If you got a loving mom and dad, there's nothing wrong with being adopted. Okay, we're gonna swing this around. Oh boy. Try not to spill our drum, ba-ba-bum. Tilt it back. While we go down the hill, we gotta drive around the playset. I don't like hills. Don't drop the whole thing. It's pretty heavy, so I shouldn't drop it. Sticky says 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 is in loud or annoying. Georgia says, it's okay. And Sisimon says, I'm watching you now. I'm in Laos. Where is Laos? Is that like Brazil or Mexico? Where's Laos? Enlighten me, friend. Is that somewhere in the Philippines, maybe? Is it its own country and I'm just ignorant? I might be ignorant. World geography is more my wife's specialty than mine. We gotta go slow so we don't spill too much water out of our drum. A bit of a pothole in front of us. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Nice and slow. Take it easy. Anyone got a favorite song? What's your favorite songs? Right now, I have been jamming. There's that Oliver Anthony guy. He put out a new song, "Scornful Woman." And that thing has been stuck in my head all week. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. My woman is not a scornful woman. She's an angel, but that song is still a good song. We're cruising, we're cruising. We need to try to navigate around over there. I think what I gotta do is I gotta pick that toad up, move it over, so I can go straight in and turn. We don't wanna put the water too far in the electric fence. Oh boy, people have been chatting and I missed it. Sorry, I was stuck scrolled up. Oh boy. And Georgia says, can barely hear the loader. We're gonna say that's a good thing on the iPhone. Peter, how you doing, Peter? We're driving a mini loader right now. This is a Wacker Newson 32 wheeled loader. Bentley says, hey there, how's it going today? Bentley, welcome back to the chat, Bentley. We're just bringing the pigs some water. And Sticky says she is adopted. And Diane says the volume is fine. Thanks, Diane. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, we are gonna put this down carefully because I can't fit around over there without, I wanna move the tote. So we're gonna try to set this down gently. We're gonna back out. Come on, let's not mess this up. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. Okay, there we go. We gotta tilt up so we can actually see our forks. We're gonna go around because we wanna move that big tote of food. And Peter says, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. Is it I, my lord, Kumbaya? Sticky, your feelings aren't hurt, you're good. Oh, we don't need to time Peggy out, come on. Sticky, you can't time people out because you got your feelings hurt over someone's comment like that. That was not an offensive comment. She wasn't trying to be, she might be not, you know, that's something people say, but she wasn't being mean. Okay, we got to pick up this big one here. There we go. What's wrong with the other tractor? We're having transmission problems. And I need to tear it apart and rebuild it. I just haven't made time for it because I got this guy with me right now. I'm borrowing this one. And so while I'm borrowing this one, we just haven't made the time. We're gonna put this closer to the pig so it's less of a walk when I want to feed them. Right about there is probably good. Oh, did I lose the forks? Hey, they're still on there. When I'm putting stuff down, I can't even see the forks. We're gonna have to hop out for a second because let's turn this guy off and hop out for a second. Okay. We're gonna hop out for a second because I gotta rake that area. Because I had a burn barrel going there and I dumped the water out of the burn barrel and I don't know if there's any nails in here and we are not about to put a hole in this tire. So we're gonna just rake this out quick. We're gonna rake this out quick before we drive over here. Yeah, my big tractor, my big farm girl here, I got a couple issues with it. Bear with me. And so the problem with the big tractor right now is the transmission got stuck in drive. I couldn't get it out of drive, couldn't get it into neutral, and couldn't get it into reverse. And so I was moving some material over there and I got stuck. And so then I started tearing into the transmission, and this is an embarrassing fact. But while I was tearing into the transmission, I dropped a socket, a wrench socket. I dropped a socket into my transmission block. And that thing bounced around and went to the bottom. And so I spent about, I don't know, 3-4 hours trying to fish it out with a magnet on a stick. Not easy, not almost impossible. And it didn't help that it was already winter. It was freezing cold. My hands were just brutally frozen. And so, yeah, I drained the transmission fluid, couldn't see it with a scope, with a camera. I just got to kind of either look around or I got to do the not fun job of taking the whole block, the whole head off of the back end. And it's not easy. I got to take the whole fuel tank out. I got to take apart the steering column. I got to dismantle all the fuel lines in order to get into that transmission. So for now, she's sitting. I'm hoping I can get in there with a magnet on a stick and get it out. That would be my ideal situation. I just need to make time for it. It's kind of one of those things where, you know, it gave me such anxiety for my stupidity that I kind of don't want to deal with it right now. It was such a bonehead thing. I knew I had a socket. I had a socket that I knew didn't stay on well, but it was the thing I had on me right now. And yeah, I took all the bolts off, took the cover off, and there was one more bolt in the gearbox that I went to go and undo, and then the whole socket just fell off and went into the transmission. Terrible, terrible. And Lemon says, being a mod is tough. And Resource Living Homestead, how are you doing, friend? And we built this exact pig water a few weeks ago. Works perfectly, awesome. Oh, it's over there, yes. I'm hoping that that works way better. What I have been doing is walking down to the lake and getting the water from the lake. My pigs, I have them in the forest here, right there. And I have them in an electric fence. But what I've been doing is hauling buckets of water, and they're going through about 100 liters a day right now. So that's 5 pails a day that I'm hauling down to the lake. So hopefully with this, I can just use the forks on the tractor, pick up my drum, and then hopefully I only have to do this every couple days. So we're gonna have to show them what this is. I don't know. Resourceful Living Homestead, I have a question for you. Do you think the best way to train them to this drum is to put a little honey or something on those spigots so that they know water comes out? I'm trying to think what the best way to get them to just suck off this. This is gonna be new to them. They've never done this before. Just trying to rake this out here because, like I said, this is where I dump my my burn barrel. And just in case there's any nails or screws or anything, get them all out of here before we drive over this area. I gotta come with my magnet over here too and pick up anything. But we'll rake this out, get it out of here. I don't feel like spending 500 bucks on a tire, maybe more. Okay, that should be plenty good. Okay, we're gonna get this, we're gonna go pick this up now. And we even put a rain guard on top to capture the rainwater as well. That's a good idea. What I did right now, because see, my thing is up here in northern Canada, the mosquitoes are atrocious. They're already starting to eat me. So what I did with mine is I took the lid, I cut it, but I put a hinge on it. That way I can fill it easy, but hopefully the mosquitoes are less likely to use it as a birthing pond. And we didn't have to train ours, but I heard a little bit of peanut butter on the nipples and they will find it. Good idea. And hello, friend. Unfortunately, I don't speak that language and I do not know how to translate that, but hello, welcome to the chat. We are in northern Canada, living off-grid on our homestead. So let's pick up this drum. Let's get back in here. Oh. Ha. Ha. I think I need to distract, well, I'll get over there. I got to open up the electric fence. I don't want the pigs to swarm me while I got the loader there. We'll see. We'll get over there first. Okay, back in the hot seat. Lower this down. Try to get a comfortable spot. Get my feet. I gotta get my feet over. There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. Del Boy says she's blind and allergic to nuts. What? Whom? Peter says no fishing yet, huh? Soon, Peter. Soon. My boy, one of my sons caught a pike earlier today, and so we do have to clean that up as well. We have it in the cooler. Joseph says, I can tell you in the language, it's Thai. Don't really read it anymore, but that's what it is. Well, hello to Thailand. Peter says, can your wife drive the loader? I've never taught her how, so she doesn't know how. If I taught her, I'm sure she could figure it out. She's a very capable woman, but she just hasn't had to learn. The tricky thing is I can't see my forks at all, so it's a little bit of touch and feel right now. Oh boy, we are way too high, aren't we? Okay, good. It's tricky because you can't actually see the forks from the driver's seat here. Okay, we're gonna, now I'm debating. Do I put it? Yeah, we're gonna go in this way. We're gonna go in this way with the water. This is where we want to put it for now. Hi, piggies. Hello. And Jay says, come on, people, double tap the screen. Gary the snail, how you doing, friend? Gary says, hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. We're just trying to get this new water barrel in for the piggies here. We're trying not to mess this up as we come around. We'll drive nice and slow. We want to put it in over here. Spilling a little bit, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to get out and I'm gonna have to open that gate up. Let's do that. Now hopefully the pigs don't try to come out while I'm trying to go in. We're gonna try to set it. Okay, we're gonna set the lightning bolts down. We don't want to run the handle over, so let's set that down over here, hang it on the tree. There we go. Okay, that should do. Hi guys, just wait, stay in there, pigs. I think they know the electric fence goes to there, so I don't think they're gonna sneak out on me. But I also don't want to hurt them, so we're gonna try to get this in here. Okay. Sorry guys, trying to hold the tripod and dance. Let's try to set that down right about, oh boy, we're making lightning bolts over there. Right about there, that looks good to me. Okay. Okay. Now, I got 13,000 volts of electricity going here. Can you guys hear that? We got to straighten those wires out. Let's see if we can see that. Can you guys see the lightning bolts coming off of that? Can you guys see that right in the middle there? That is wild. And Meemaw says, did you kill them? No, I didn't kill the pigs. But we do need to get this electric wire in the right spot here. Okay, this one looks like the middle. Oh. Okay. Yes, you guys can see the lightning. Good. Oh, it hurts when I zap myself with this one. 13,000 volts. Ah! There. This one is nasty, but it works. Oh, I see Sticky's asking about Bingo Live. I did not get a chance to check it out yet, but I did remember about it. Okay, so now, piggies, I'm Tom Bombadil. I'm a merry fellow. Hey, pigs, come on. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. What's this? What is this? What is this big thing? Now, nobody's gonna want to drink off that last one because I'm a little close to the electric fence. Same with this one's a little close. But we're 200 liters of water in. That's about 400 pounds. I don't think I'm gonna move that very far. At least the first 3 are all easily gettable. I mean, they could get off that one. That one's a little bit too close. I don't want to accidentally shock one of my porkers, so we're gonna try to move that a little bit. Let's stand you guys up a bit. Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna try to, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna rotate it or just push it? I don't know. 1 second, guys. Oh, it's sharp. Cut in. Oh, it's not gonna move easy, is it? Okay. What's this, guys? Right here. There we go. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna let them explore that a little bit. I don't know. They know water's in there. He got some. And Del Boy says, yeah, I saw it. Love it. Peter says, has bear ever tried to get your pigs? So we're on a peninsula here. So I got water all the way around. And so I have done a pretty good scan in the bush. Haven't seen any signs. I got 156 acres and I tried to explore quite a bit of it. It doesn't look like any bears hibernated on my property over the winter. So we're good until the fall. Come the fall, they're gonna start trying to move in. So as long as I keep them off the road, we should be okay. Worst case, I don't even think that's a bad trade. If I had to trade 1 pig for a bear, I'm coming out with more meat than I was gonna get. And can we see the bulls? I don't have any bulls right now. I ate my bull, I butchered him. Don't eat my foot, don't eat my foot. Come eat the water. Come get some water. Come on, pigs. What's this? What's this? Come on. Yeah, go for it. Right here. They're still unsure about that. We might have to do the whole peanut butter trick. Let's grab them some food. Maybe if I put some food around it. Let's see. The black ones. So my female cow, she is a black Angus. She's actually out at another farm right now. I'm trying to breed her with another farm's bull. So right now I don't have any cows here. I should be getting her back in about a week. But right now we have no cows on the property until next week. We're getting some hog feed here. Let's see, they have intelligence. Oh, you know what? They're slowly figuring it out. Look at this. Look at that guy. There's a smart one in there. He knows what's up. He knows how to get water now. Kinda. He's figuring it out. They're definitely curious. Okay, let's put some food in there. Let's put some food in with the piggies. Peter says, have you made up your mind yet on concerning a donkey? You know what? My wife really wants one, so it's a matter of time. The wife is gonna. I have no doubt that since she's made up her mind that she wants one, that eventually we'll get one. But I don't really want one per se. I kind of want to get 2. If I'm gonna do it, I want to breed them. Come here, pigs. Right here. Let's see if you can get. Let's get some food. We're gonna pour some food on these. There'd be water in this food. There. So put some food on top, so hopefully that's good enough. Tech and Life says, good job. I like people who work hard and always aim for extra income. May God bless you. Tech Life, you didn't have to retract that. You're good. Thank you. I appreciate that. And are you having milking cows or beef cows? Beef cow. And Meemaw says, do you kill the pigs? Let me tell you a little bit about the pigs and a little bit about homesteading. So these pigs here, these are Yorkshires. Yorkshire. And so they're short-haired pigs, basically no hair. And so they are not good for our Canadian winters. That's your typical pig. That is your bacon that you'd buy at a store. That is like the farmed pig. However, up here in the far north in Canada, welcome to Canada, it gets down to about -50 in the winter. -50. Like my beard turns into a block of ice, my eyes freeze shut. It is nasty. And these pigs cannot survive that cold temperature. They need to be inside of a heated barn. I also live off-grid. And so for me to provide them with a heated barn would mean I have to light a fire. Fires in barns is a good way to make accidental bacon. And we are not about to make accidental bacon. So my plan with these pigs, I got these pigs because I didn't know if I was gonna like pigs. My goal here is to let them forage in the forest. You see this guy just rooting around, digging around? I'm letting them do their thing, forage in the forest, clean it up a bit for me. I've got electric fence around a big area. Once they've cleaned this area up a bit, I'll move them to another spot in the forest so they can forage again. I feed them well at the same time. So it's taking longer for them to forage than they would if I wasn't feeding them well. But I want to eat them, so I want them to be big and fat. So my plan with these pigs is raise them this spring, summer, fall. At the end of fall, I'll butcher them before it gets down too cold, because you don't want them to get too cold, because then they're just going to start shivering. If they start shivering, they're going to start losing all of that yummy, yummy fat. And so we don't want to do that. And so the goal with the piggies, they're adorable. Like this guy's just lying down. Look at him. I try to take as good of care of these guys as I can. I raise them well. I spend a lot of time with them. We're out here every day. And yeah, I want to make sure my pigs have a really good life. And so, sorry, I'm just distracted by the pigs. Come the fall, I am going to butcher them because they're not going to survive the winter. So I'm going to butcher them in the fall. They are my trial run. I like them a lot. I didn't know if I would. If I didn't like them, I wasn't going to get into something that I'd have to go year round on. So these guys, I'll butcher in the fall. Next year, I'll look at getting some Berkshires. They are haired pigs. They have hair, think like a wild boar. They have thick hair and they can do our winters just fine. They'll need a walled in barn for the winter, but I can provide that. I can provide that, just not a heated barn. And so then what I'll do is I'll probably get 2 sows, 2 females, and 1 male. And then I will breed them. And that way we can have many, many pigs and we can sell off the surplus. But I will keep them, live long and prosper, use their babies for food. And yeah, that's kind of the goal. These were a trial run, see if I could figure it out, see if I liked them. And then going forward, I'll build the infrastructure to do year-round Berkshire pigs. Does that make sense? I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent. And Sticky says, I live in North Canada. Sticky, you said you lived in California earlier. And Tech and Life says, just a question. After carrying them for a year, how hard is it to send them for meat? I don't take it as offensive. You know what? So that can be really hard for people. I actually butcher them myself. And so I put them down myself. I butcher them myself. I'm a hunter. I'm a fisher. And I butcher all of our animals. I've been doing it for a while now. I've been hunting my whole life. And so it's not easy because I do take good care of these animals. I spend a lot of time with them. But I'm raising them knowing that they are food. So I don't grow an emotional attachment to these guys. My goats over there, all the females are for milk, not meat. The ducks, the layers, they are for eggs, not meat. The same thing. So I can grow attached to those ones because I don't plan to eat them. But the other ones, I'm raising them with the mindset that they are food. And so for me, that's enough. I don't get too hung up on the butchering part. If you don't feel a little bit of hesitation when you go to butcher an animal, when you go to unalive it, that's the hard part. then you probably need to look deeper into yourself. It should always be hard to bring yourself to unalive an animal you care for, but they are here for food. So, do you make pate? How you doing, Freshly Wild? I'm ignorant. I've heard the word pate, but I don't even know what it is. What is pate? I made French toast for breakfast. And Tech and Life says, that makes sense, thanks. If you need me to elaborate or want me to elaborate on anything anymore, just keep asking away. I love answering these kind of questions. You know what was one of the ones that was harder for me, and this is kind of silly. We're gonna go down and we're gonna fish while we talk, okay, guys? I know we had some requests and we're standing here talking anyway, so let's do a little bit of fishing while we chat. See if we can catch ourselves more dinner. So this is gonna sound silly. I'm allergic to rabbits. I break out in hives. I can't really spend too much close time with them. They're adorable, but I grew up hunting wild hare, and so I really thought when I went to butcher my first set of rabbits that it was going to be really no big deal. I don't particularly like them. I'm allergic to them, but they are dang adorable. And I've grown up always, when I've butchered rabbits, it's always been, you shoot them at a distance. You don't get that too intimate or close with them. But when you do it on a homestead, you do unalive them by hand. And that was actually kind of hard the first time. Not like bring you to tears, but it was kind of, I don't know, it took a minute to like come to terms with, I'm about to do this and it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable situation. But I think that's healthy. I think you shouldn't want to hurt an animal. Now I do it in such a way that it's fast, as painless as quick, really quick, painless, super humane. So that's the goal. Make it as fast and painless as possible. But yeah, it's not easy. And let me catch up with you. Let me grab my fishing rod and then I'll catch up with the rest of the chat. Oh boy, my kids, they kill me sometimes. How is my rod so tangled? I was using it yesterday. I don't even use this other fishing rod that they tangled it with. This is aggressive. What did you guys do? Sorry guys, 1 second. My fishing rod is a tangled mess because my kids were in here earlier. Okay. We have 3 lines all tangled together. Let's get that one off. Good. We can come untangle this over by you guys. My kids got a fake sword on the ground. They tangled my fishing rod into another fishing rod. Anyway, sorry. Freshly Wild says duck liver spread. No, I have never eaten the duck livers. I feed all the duck livers to my dog. Sticky says, so basically when I said I lived in North California, I used the mic, but it didn't work. Okay. And Freshly Wild says, Justin, we'll see who's laughing last when you know what hits the fan. Freshly Wild says, meaning you know a lot, bro. Thank you. Okay, yes. Yeah. Man, you know what I did, Freshly? I asked ChatGPT yesterday, based on current world events, on a scale of 1 to 10, how close are we to nuclear war? It gave it a rating of 7. That's scary. This is a mess. Guys, if you guys have kids, if you don't know you don't know this. This is inevitable. If you have kids, expect this. If you don't, just you wait. And if you're a kid yourself, know the frustration that we feel as parents. This is almost an impossible amount to tangle for one day. I just had my rod out yesterday fishing. This is wild. We are going to figure out, is it this line? I'm going to try to break this line to get my line out. Okay. Haha, we're free. Break that fishing line to get to my fishing line. We're back, baby. I've got to fix my other fishing rod. My kids also accidentally broke my my You know what this means? It means I got to come up with a better storage solution, but they accidentally broke my medium heavy 9-foot casting rod, my dock fishing rod. So we're using my lake fishing rod. It does the trick, it catches fish, but my 9-foot medium heavy, I can cast a mile into the lake. That thing goes forever. Which just means a longer retrieve time, which means more likelihood of catching fish. Okay, let me see what else we're saying. Sorry, guys. Jay says, yeah, fishing. This is when I first met Justin on live. And Freshly says, double tap the screen, guys. Get that like out there. We're only at 35 likes. That's okay. And Tech and Life says, do you ever feel attached to any of the animals and couldn't kill? So I've made the decision not to before. Bast is my pygmy goat, my first, he's my firstborn goat on the homestead that we actually birthed ourselves. And we bottle fed him for the first while because it was winter, it was very cold. We had him sleeping in the house with us for the first month. And I decided, and I think I was looking for a reason not to eat him, because male goats, other than our buck, our breeder, male goats are raised for food. And so I think I was just looking for an excuse, but I decided to castrate him instead and keep him as a companion for my, at the time, male cow, which I've now eaten, and for my male goat. So that might have been me saying a little too attached to this guy to eat him. So I kept him alive. That does happen. That's how you go from having one goat to 100 goats. And Bentley says, this is a very interesting channel. I love it very much. It teaches me a lot. I would love to be able to get out and do that. I'm saving to get land, but not as much as you have, but it's something. You can make do with as little or as much land as you decide to get. I have 156 acres here. Currently, I'm only really using about 10 acres of it. When in the fall, when I have a couple more cows on the fields, I'll be using a little more of the pasture. But 156 is a lot. It's going to take me many years before I start to actually use a lot of the land. Right now, I'm just trying to build trails and clean up the land and clear out a lot of the deadfall. It's going to take years to use it. You don't need this much. It's a blessing to have, but don't think that you need this much land to do what I'm doing. If you have half an acre, you can get some chickens, you can have a vegetable garden, and you can have a wonderful homestead life. You do not need to have hundreds of acres. It helps, but you don't need to. And Peter says, is it a Zebco 33? I used to have one. What, this fishing rod? This is a St. Croix. My other one is a Fenwick. Fenwick HMX. A 9.5-foot fishing rod. And Bentley says, very good information from you. Thank you so much. Compa, welcome back, Compa. Says 37 likes. Well, thank you for a couple more likes. I appreciate that, guys. Hello, brother. What have you caught? We just started fishing here about 2 minutes ago. Haven't caught any yet. Earlier today, my son caught a pike. It's up at the house. I got to clean it up later. And yesterday, I caught a walleye, and I missed a perch. They're in here. Tommy Benson says hello. Well, hello, Tommy. How you doing, bud? Where are you from, Tommy? We're up here in northern Canada. It is currently 9:30 p.m. and the sun is starting to set. Freshly Wild says Justin is the best. Aw, thanks, man. And Peter says, what do you do in case of a family emergency? And do you have a radio or something just in case, or do you call for a helicopter? Well, we do have cellular. So we're currently on cellular right now. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had to call an ambulance on this property. I think we've been okay. I do have walkie-talkies, with that really good ones, like radio, handheld radios. So when I let them out in the fields, I make them bring the radio with them, and that way they can talk to me if they want to. If my oldest wants to come down to the dock and fish, he's a very good swimmer, and I can see him from the house. But if he wants to come down here and fish, I make him bring the handheld, and that way he can call for help if he needs help. If he catches a super big fish, which he's done, he can just call for help. But as far as like emergency services and stuff, we're so far in the middle of nowhere that like a CB radio, a truck radio, probably wouldn't help us anyway. Where are you fishing at? This is my house. This is my house behind me. I live off grid. This is all my land over here. This is all my property. I got 156 acres. It's a peninsula, so it wraps around, the lake wraps around the property. you missed it, but we were just hanging out with the pigs, with the goats, with the rabbits. I have a cow. I've had a couple cows, but I've got one right now. She's out breeding with another cow, hoping to have some baby cows next year. And we're getting 2 more heifers. That's a unbred cow. So a heifer is a cow that has not given birth yet. We're getting 2 more heifers this fall. So we're hoping to get 3 cows. Then when they have babies, I want to sell off their babies and buy more full size, different lineage, and that way we can get up to, I want to get up to 5 to 7. If I can get up to 5 to 7 cows, we're going to have enough meat to sustain ourselves for a long time. And Tech and Life says, yes, it's a blessing to have that much land. Tommy says, I am from Southeast Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia. Nice, friend. Tech and Life says, I am an Indian living in Canada. Well, we're glad to have you here, Tech and Life. Tech and Life, your username sounds like you have a YouTube channel. Do you have your own YouTube channel? Tommy says, it looks beautiful where you are. It is lovely. Let me try to give you guys a little bit more lake view in the background here. Sorry guys. I got a cold like maybe a month and a half ago, and it's just been sitting in my lungs. Just been coughing out phlegm every once in a while. Sticky says, my grandma has 10 kilometers of garden and she still doesn't have a business. 10 kilometers? I don't know if I've ever heard anyone measure a garden in kilometers. You could measure it in acres, kinda. It's a big garden regardless. You can do a business off a small garden as long as you have a good yield. It doesn't take much. A lot of people who do the farmers markets around here have a 1/4 of an acre or 1/2 an acre garden. Some of them will start it in a greenhouse. But yeah, Freshly Wild says, which Canadian more goated? Norm Macdonald, Mike Myers, Jim Carrey, Bret Hart, or Neil Young? I like Heart of Gold, but Neil Young is a little bit odd for me. Jim Carrey is different. He's built different. You know, when I like what he's doing. I like his newer stuff. I like seeing him in Sonic. Good for the kids watching those movies. But he's an odd fellow. He's an odd duck. But good movies. Mike Myers, he's wholesome, but I think he's spending time with his family, so he's dropped out of entertainment world. Norm Macdonald. Which one's Norm Macdonald? I don't know if I know that one. We're not talking like McDonald's. No, that's got to be American. Is Norm Macdonald a hockey player? I mean, a lot of people would say something like probably Ryan Reynolds or Keanu Reeves. Keanu's not Canadian. Keanu's Lebanese or something. Ryan Reynolds. I think a lot of people would go Ryan Reynolds if you're going to say goated Canadian. Sticky says, I'm getting off. Good night. God loved you. Have a good night, Sticky. Take care. Get some rest. And we will talk to you again later. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you as always. Have a good night, Lily. Take care. Tommy says, have you ever been to the United States of America? I have. When I was, well, I have relatives who have a place down in Florida. And so I've been down there. It's probably been about 9 years since I've been to the States though. It's been a while. 8 years? 8 years. About 8 years since I've been to America. I used to go snowboarding all the time. That was my move. I'd go down snowboarding. Freshly Wild says Hawaiian Keanu Reeves. Why did I think he was something else? I thought he had I don't know. Maybe I read something incorrect. It's the internet. Weird place. Norm Macdonald is an actor. I bet you would know him if you saw him. Tommy, tell me a role that Norm Macdonald plays in. What's he play? What's one of his like lead roles that he's known for? Freshly Wild says he died recently. And Sticky says, good night. Tom says, I've never been to Canada. Furthest north I've been was Syracuse, New York. Well, you're getting close. You were close to Canada. Peter says, what do you do if you ever had trespassers? Have you ever had them? I'm your typical guy. So I wouldn't say I've had trespassers. The south side of my property is a beach. And so I've had people on that beach. They didn't know though. Like, it's hard to know. this lake is, I'm in the middle of nowhere. The lake is in the middle of nowhere. You got to go from a lake to get to my lake, and it's a beautiful beach. It's a big, massive beach. I haven't built anything on the beach yet. I've just been clearing the trees back, and so it's hard to know that the beach is private. So after seeing them on the beach, I did put up a bunch of private property signs, and nobody's been back, so that's good. People now know that it is private property. I've had people roll down the driveway, and I've been that guy, like let's say I'm doing some work, I don't know, I had one time where I was pounding in some fence posts with the sledgehammer, and I saw a car roll down the driveway, so classically I put the sledgehammer up on the shoulder and walked over to see what they were up to. And you know, they made some sort of excuse. They took a wrong turn or something. But yeah, haven't had any issues with trespassers. I've had a number of awkward encounters where I've had to tell people this is private land, like, no thank you. But I did have one that was awkward. This one was terrible, and I blame my wife. This is story time, guys. We're gonna stop fishing for 1 second. So there were some people, and they were tenting out by the highway, like 3 miles away. They were tenting, you know, traveling across country, and they pulled over for the night and were tenting. And I guess my wife had talked to the girl, the female, and I didn't know this. And my wife told them that we had cows and we had a barn and we had all this stuff. And, you know, if they wanted to come say hi in the morning and see the animals, they could. My wife is an angel. She doesn't see the bad in people. I do. And I didn't know this happened. So it's about 5 in the morning, and I hear the animals getting rowdy in the barn. And so I go outside and I walk into the barn, and there's a stranger standing in my barn, and I kind of lost it. And I told them, like, what the H are you doing in my barn? It's time for you to leave. Like, get out of here. And the person was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Your wife said I could come say hi. I'm leaving. And then she took off. I walked into my wife. I'm like, did you tell someone they could come see our animals in the barn? She's like, yeah, but I didn't think they'd be there this early. And I'm like, I just went out and reamed them off, telling them to get the H out of my property. Because I didn't know. And I felt like a dick afterwards. But, like, you know, I was also concerned for them because I had a bull cow. You know, he was smaller back then. But that's unpredictable. And if you're just a city slicker or someone who's never been around animals like that, you could get seriously hurt. If the bull decided to pin them against... One second, guys. Sorry, I just got a phone call. I'm gonna let that go to voicemail and I'll answer it afterwards. But yeah, it went to voicemail. I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Tommy asked, do you have any guns? I do have guns. In fact, I got banned from live streaming for a little bit because I had a gun on live stream. You see, what happened was I had a bit of a coyote problem. It was the tail end of winter, and I was gonna go scope out the forest and just scare them away. I wasn't planning on shooting any, but I wanted to make a bunch of noise, and if I had to let off a few gunshots, I was going to. So I went for a walk in the forest with my rifle on live stream. Like I said, wasn't intending to actually shoot anything. I was making a bunch of noise. I was chatting with you guys. And anyway, there is a rule that you're not allowed to have a firearm on live stream. It makes sense. I didn't know that. When I read the rules about firearms, the rules were a lot about, like, no modifying firearms, no illegal firearms, nothing like that, no sale of firearms on live stream. I didn't realize that you weren't allowed to live stream with firearms, full stop. So I got banned, and it was like a potential permanent ban. Like, I had to appeal it and reach out to YouTube and justify it. And thankfully I managed to get to a human and not just the robots, and they let me live stream again. But there was a period of time where we were banned because I had my gun on the live stream. I've got hunting rifles, I've got shotguns, bigger guns, small guns. You know, not as many as, say, some Americans. It's a little harder to get guns up here in Canada, but I do have a little bit of everything I need. And Freshly Wild says, Tommy, I would assume so. Jace says, I'm gonna hit the hay. Good night, Justin. Thank you for making my night with your amazing live. Jace, thank you for coming by. Thank you for sticking around, and I appreciate you. You have yourself a good sleep. Freshly Wild says, there was a wolf pack family there not so long ago, right, Justin? I have seen some wolves. I haven't seen a whole pack, but I had a wolf across the bay. There was one hanging out on the ice when it was frozen, and I've seen some up at the highway. But thankfully, my dog is a good dog, and we haven't had any actually come onto the property. I've had the coyotes on the property, but not the wolves. thankfully I live in the middle of nowhere. We're so far up north here, and there are a lot of deer, and so the wolves actually prefer hunting injured animals such as deer. They can come in and they can clean up my whole pack of goats if they really, really wanted to. But A, I'm always home. B, my dog is always home, and we make a lot of noise. There's not a lot of reason for them to come onto the farm. I do always make sure to buy my hunting tag for wolves. Now, technically, here's the weird thing. The weird thing about hunting wolves up here in Canada, because we have a lot of conservation rules, if I were to shoot a wolf on my property in self-defense, which I'm allowed to do, I am not allowed to harvest the pelt. And I really don't like killing animals just for the sake of killing them, even if it's to defend the farm. I want to be able to harvest something off of them if I'm going to kill them. And so I pay extra so that I can have my hunting license, my tags, so that I can legally harvest the pelts. So if I ever have to shoot one, I can legally harvest the pelt at the same time. I do have a wolf pelt in my office and a coyote pelt. Those ones I did not hunt, but they are from this area. And Tommy Benson says, so what do you do for a living? I take it you work on your land full time? And is it legal to hunt on your land? Okay, so, oh, no, that might have just been some weeds. I was getting excited for a second. I don't work on the land full time. I run a business. I run a logistics company. So I do run a business full time, but we do get up really early, work on the land in the morning before I go into town for work, spend the day at work, and then I come into town and spend the evenings out here, whether it be working up there, fishing, hanging out with you guys. But I do work full time. My wife stays home full time, so she does all the day chores, keeping the animals, waters topped off, their food topped off, all that fun stuff. But yeah, currently I do work full time. And is it legal to hunt on your own land? That's what I was kind of getting into. You need to pay for the licenses and the tags. You can't just hunt on your land willy-nilly. Any moose there? Yes, I haven't seen any moose on my property yet, but just the other day I saw a moose about 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. So they're definitely here. I probably could draw them in. But my land, moose kind of like wetter land. They like swampy land. My land is very high and dry. So I haven't seen any on the property. Doesn't mean they don't exist. It is 156 acres. But yeah. Brody A. Kang says, yeah, go fishing, bro. Thank you. We haven't caught anything yet, but we've been having a good conversation. We've been chatting with you guys. One of my sons caught a northern pike earlier today, so we've got that up at the house. I got to fillet that. And yesterday we caught a walleye, so we filleted that one after the live stream. Barb, how you doing, Barb? Tommy says, I'm going to go to bed. It's 10:46 p.m. in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Have a good night. God bless. Jesus loves you. Tommy, take care of yourself. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. And all that fun stuff. Thank you for joining. I appreciate the conversations. Barb, how you doing, Barb? It is currently 9:46. We are up here in northern Canada. The sun will probably be set in about 10 minutes. So that's probably when we'll end the live stream here. I need to go put cover up the hog's feed, check on the pigs one last time before bed. Peter says, how big was the pike and what was its weight? That pike there is probably about 17 inches, 18 inches. It's not massive for a pike, maybe 0.75 pounds. It's not a big one. Big enough that my kid was excited and they want me to clean it up for them. I like to keep them a bit bigger than that, but it's edible. It's definitely edible. So we'll get enough food to go along with the walleye I caught as an appetizer. I was gonna cook the walleye for breakfast, but I ended up doing French toast for the boys and never got around to cooking the fish. So it'll be tomorrow's lunch, unless they might have ate it. I don't know. But the pike, I'll clean that up tonight so that it's ready for them. The boys will be excited to eat that later. It's been a slog. I haven't had a single bite right now. Now the fish usually do come out come sunset, so hopefully, but so did the mosquitoes. The other day I took a video on my beach. I had about 1 million minnows down there, tons of minnows. And so there's not a lot of competition for these fish right now, lots of food. So we'll see if we can draw any out, but right now they're not super hungry. And yeah. caught some seaweed. We're just using this guy, just a little swim bait here. He said we got a perch on yesterday with it and we caught a walleye, but I'm just too lazy to change it out right now because I'm enjoying our conversations and I don't want to take time away from it. Peter, is that medicine helping your hand yet? Is it starting to kick in? Was it, what did you get? Was it like cortisol or something like that? Or was it like a steroid shot? I know sometimes that'll help for people. Ryan, welcome back, friend. Enjoying some fishing, I see. The live numbers are still increasing. Yes, Ryan, we've been doing well. We've been having a good time out here. We're very close to the first tier of monetization. Of course, we've gotten the subscriber count thanks to you lovely people. And the watch time is coming. We need a total of 3,000 watch hours. These live streams count. Shorts do not. And we are currently at about 2,300. The tough thing is, last year I had a couple banger videos around this time that did pretty well. But I'm losing those watch hours because it's only for a 365-hour period. So every day I'm gaining some and losing some. But we're gaining faster than we're losing. So that's good. Thanks to you guys hanging out with me. Darren, how you doing? Welcome back to the chat, friend. Hope you had a good day. It's lovely out here tonight. It's getting a little cold, but still lovely. We're probably like 64 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's a little chilly. It was cold this morning. This morning it was only like 50 Fahrenheit, if we're calling Fahrenheit. I think we're gonna go for one more cast, hope for the best. And if we can't catch anything in one more cast, we're gonna go check on the pigs one more time, put the pig feed away, check on their water barrel. That's what we started this live stream with, was getting their water barrel all set up. So we'll go check on it, make sure everything's working good on that. And then we'll go up to the house. And Darren says, I hear it's gonna get hot next week where I am. I haven't even looked at the forecast, but I'm hoping it's hot. I have a group of friends and what we're planning to do is get a few of our pontoon boats out together, kind of tie them up together and have a barbecue out on the lake and just spend Canada Day, so July 1st, Canada Day, hanging out together. I thought July 1st was a Monday, but it's not. It's Tuesday, so that's awkward. But we'll have a good soiree together. Peter says the medicine is good, but it didn't work. Going back for the hand on the 15th or 16th of July, and I think it will be an operation and at least a day in the hospital, God knows. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Modern medicine is fantastic. I had some health problems last year. I had 5 surgeries and, you know, the first 4 didn't go so well. The last one did. And it's just amazing what they can do to keep us alive. That's one of the things I say, like, I live up here and I live a fairly sustenance lifestyle. You know, we raise a lot of our own food and stuff. And Daniel, what size of what? What size of what? What size of fish? What size of pigs? What size of what? But I always say, as tough as I think I am and as good as I am at foraging and raising my own food and coming out here and apparently not catching a lot of fish, right now I haven't caught any. We're just like casting for funsies and just practicing. This is practicing. But as good as I think I am, all it takes is one scrape of a knee on a tree, a bad infection, and if you're doing it by yourself, you're gonna die. One bad food, you get sick from one meal and you poop yourself to death. That's a real thing. So at least if you have people you can rely on, you can, you know, they can pick up the slack if you're down and out. They can make sure you're staying hydrated, take care of you. You ever get so sick that you just don't want to get out of bed and you just don't, you're dying of thirst, but you just don't want to get up and go get water? That legitimately happens, especially if you're in delirium, you're high fever, and people die that way. So, yeah, I mean, I do live in the middle of nowhere, but I got a bunch of friends who also live in the middle of nowhere. And so we kind of have a pact, like if anything ever went down in the world, we'd all kind of get together and make sure we took care of each other. And of course, I've got my wife and my kids. Darren says my dad is getting an MRI tomorrow. Hopefully for nothing too serious. Hopefully they find that he's in good health. Peter says, I appreciate the prayers and thanks. You're welcome, friend. And Daniel says, I had a torque wrench accident like that. A torque wrench accident like that. Torque wrenches can be scary. Spring loaded, dealing with tires under a lot of pressure. And if things snap, you're putting a lot of weight into it, you could definitely hurt yourself. And Peter says, Darren, I have had MRI to something totally different. And Darren says, okay. And Ryan says, Ben Askren. Oh, sorry. Famous UFC wrestler, or famous wrestler and UFC fighter is in need of a lung transplant right now from an infection out of nowhere. Ben Askren. Really? Ben Askren. I didn't really know who he was beyond getting the knee to the chin until the whole Jake Paul fight. He seems like a pretty wholesome dude. I got good vibes off him. He seems a little bit eccentric, maybe slightly autistic. I don't know, but he seems like a good guy. That sucks. Just goes to show it can happen to anyone out of anywhere, out of nowhere. It's surprising that humanity survived the lower technology era where, you know, okay, we're done fishing, man. We suck. I suck. I can't blame you guys. This is me. We didn't catch anything. We didn't even get a bite. We're giving up on fishing right now. We're gonna go check on the pigs one more time. My kid is I got my kids all foam swords, and so yes, I like to battle with the kids, have some fun with them, swing it around, but he left it on the dock, so we're gonna bring that up to the house. It's a lot of fun. These foam swords, they're a lot of fun, but man, do they hurt. My kids don't hold back. They shoot to kill. And Darren says, just going to bed. Have a good stream. Thanks, Darren. We're about to end it anyway soon. The bugs are coming out in force. Peter says, do you and the boys, when you have downtime, do you watch UFC with the boys? My kids are too young. My kids are 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. And so I do karate with my kids. So they do know what, like, you know, martial arts is. But I don't want them getting any bad ideas. I don't need to see my oldest throw a flying knee kick at one of his brothers. So I'd rather keep them ignorant to the UFC until they're like older, 18. I enjoy catching highlights. Okay, the pigs aren't over here anymore, but I think they figured out the water. I'll just make sure my wife knows. So this is the water drum I set up. There's some bottom. The lid opens. She's full of water. See, knocked off. Yeah. Anyway, I might get my wife to put some peanut butter on those spigot tomorrow, just to really train them to know what to do. I don't want them getting thirsty on me. Let's close the door. We got to put the lid back on the tote. Yeah. You know what? My oldest son, I can imagine him watching a UFC fight and then climbing off the couch and just trying to, like, do a flying kick at one of his brothers or throw a knee. We don't need to teach them that. Hey, piggies. You guys want a little more food? The pigs heard me and the pigs came back. Here they are over there by the water drum. We'll give them a little more food before bed. Here, guys. You want a little more food since I'm over here? You guys came to say hi. Hey, guys. Right here. And guys, don't forget, right here's water. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back out of the shadows. I just wanted to give them one more little example so they knew. So they knew what their water was. I'll have to spend a little bit of time with them tomorrow teaching them how to use that water drum. They started figuring it out, and I think they've got it. I think they'll know, but I need to make sure I know they know, because I don't want to have dehydrated piggies. So I'll just I'll make sure they're all good tomorrow. Let's go up towards the house, guys. Good night, goats. We gotta put Faye and Elsa away. Faye and Elsa are still spending the night tucked with the rabbits. So let's go do that. Let's go see Faye and Elsa. Unless my wife snuck out here and did it earlier. I don't think she did though. Hi guys, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Yeah, Faye and Elsa are still out. Who's crying? Is that you, Bast? Bast is letting out some shrieks here. And Paul says, pigs are really smart animals. They definitely can be. It took a little bit to train them to the electric fence, but that wasn't because they weren't smart. It was just because they didn't know what it was. Okay, Faye, come on, Faye. Goats are also very smart. Come on, Faye. Faye, come on. Come on, Faye. Come on, Elsa. I might have to pick up her baby. These guys all want in where she's sleeping because there's treats where she's sleeping. So this one here is the mom, and she's on a high protein diet because that's her baby. And so the other goats all want to eat her food because it's treats. Her base diet is their snack, their treats. There we go. Okay, guys, try not, no. Come on, Faye. Faye. I got to pick up the baby if I'm going to get mama in there. Faye, this might take me a minute. My wife normally does this. Give me a second, guys. This is going to be a trick. Okay, mama. Mama. Oh. Okay, come on, mama. Come on. Come on, mama. And baby. Right here, right here, right here. No. Oh, we gotta get Evie out of there, but there's mama. No, not you. Come on, come on, come on, Elsa. Sorry, guys. I gotta get Elsa now. We gotta get Elsa. Elsa, we gotta get her in there. Yes, your mama's in there. Your mama's in there. I know. I want to get you in there too. It's a trick trying to get one in and keep all the others out. Okay. You're out. You're out. You. Oh. Oh. So this is Elsa, guys. Oh boy. Mama's saying, "Where's my baby?" This is Elsa. Elsa here is about 2.5 weeks old. She's just over 2 weeks old, but she's a full-size Toggenburg Alpine. So let's get her in with mom. Okay, mama. Here you go, mama. Give me a second. Hard to open the gate with one hand. Come on. I want to get the gate open. Okay, you, right here. Okay, go in. You're in. Where'd you go? How'd you get in with the rabbits? One of my goats managed to get in with the rabbits because he's trapped. How'd you do that? Where are you? How'd you get in there? Hey, out. Oh, you're eating rabbit food. Out. Okay, she's scared of the big goat. Okay, Evie. Oh, Evie's turn. Here we are. Hi, guys. If you didn't want to get scared by mama, you shouldn't have came in there. Okay. Now we're going to get mom some high protein dairy ration here. also known as grain or treats with a little bit of extra supplement. Everyone here wants treats, but I'm not letting you guys get treats. It's just for Mama Goat. Nope, not today, not today. Evie! Ah! Ah! Nope, out, 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 out. One got in. Evie's a little snake. Oh, we got the look at the goat. We got the ducks. Oh, you're out. You're causing too many problems, Evie. Okay. Oh, bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. So, how much is diesel for the generator? It's about $1.50, $1.55 a liter. So, but I try to use solar as much as I can. I haven't checked it in a while. I should dip the tank because I might be getting close to needing another delivery. And Devin says the goat identifies as a rabbit. Freshly Wild says, aren't baby goats the cutest? They really are. And OMG, ducks. Yes. Now, if you're concerned about the ducks being in a smaller area, they grow really fast. This weekend, they're going to move into their duck house, and the chickens are going to move out of the duck house. But they're just getting their kind of outer coat of feathers now. And so until now, they've needed this heat lamp. So come the weekend, we'll get them out of here. They shouldn't need it anymore. They're getting big enough. They can share body warmth. And I have a heat pad. So a pad for inside the duck lodge. But yeah, the reason they're in here is for their own health and safety. It's not because I'm mean and keeping them small and locked up. They were this big. Now they're this big. Okay, let's go get some food for Faye, and then we're done. So let's bring Faye her food. We got to check the generator since we're talking about living off grid. We do have to check our battery levels. Oh boy. Let me out, goats. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. You're going to lose a head. You're going to lose a head, Evie. Okay, goats, you're fighting me for the treats, and I don't like it. There you guys go. Oh. Oh. Bear with me. My phone thinks I'm tilted, but I'm not. There we go. Okay. The goats are starting to... They really want some treats, but I already gave you guys treats. I'll give you a little more if you guys leave me alone. There, eat that. Because this is for Faye. Oh, you guys see how dark it's getting now? It's finally getting dark. Okay, Mama Goat. Here, look out. I want to just pour it in for you. Look out, baby. Oh, guys, stop eating my phone. Okay, goats. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, let me in. Let me out. Okay, goaties. Okay. Okay. We're back. We're back. Sorry. The goats tried to eat you guys. And that's all the treats for you guys. That's it. That's it. I'm going out. And you're staying in. Nope. Evie! Evie. Why are you so sneaky? This one. I told you guys. Okay, there. Oh, it is dark out now. The mosquitoes are out. Let's go in the house and we'll have a few last words before we call it a night here. We gotta check that generator. If you guys have any last minute questions, now's the time to ask. We're gonna end the stream in about 5 minutes, but as long as you guys are asking questions, I will answer. So now's the time to ask, and I'll answer away shortly. Let's just check our battery levels on the gen. Oh, there we go. We got some light. Okay, looks like the generator hasn't tried to start today. I need to change a relay in it so that the auto start works, but there's about 5-6 relays and I don't know which one it is. 26.5 volts. We do not need to change or start the generator. Okay. Oh, we're back. I'm gonna give you guys one more minute to figure out if you have any questions or anything you want to ask. And then we're gonna end the stream. I'm slowly trying to clean up my garage. It's normally a disaster, but I bought a bunch of metal shelving storage things. So at some point here, I got to put them together so I can get the rest of my stuff up off the ground. The big generators in here. Your way of living is amazing, bro. Thank you, Devin. This is my underneath here. Oh boy, underneath my tools is a battery box. There's a bunch of batteries in here. This is kind of my solar setup. Here tells me how much voltage I have. So I'm sitting at 26.5 volts. When this gets down to about 25.2, I need to fire up the generator. But I am tied to solar. Here's the generator right behind me. Here's the big girl herself. So there's the generator right there. And yeah, when the batteries get down, I have to fire the generator up, but the solar panels try to keep up with it. Incubating duck eggs, running that heater all the time, and the heat lamp for the ducks sucks a lot of power. Because it's so hot, I've got 3 freezers full of meat, and so that burns a lot of electricity as well. So the solar doesn't always keep up. I've got a relatively small solar field. I plan to build another house on the property in a few years. At that point, I'll upgrade the solar and let that power both houses. But for now, I'm just kind of living with how it is. Don't want to sink too much money in it if I'm going to be upgrading the whole system anyway. And do you have a backup generator for emergency? So I got this generator, but I do also have a portable generator. The portable generator, I use it for right now watering the garden, and like running the log. Portable generator isn't enough to charge the batteries and run the house. So when I want to use that to charge the batteries, I have to turn the power off to the house. So if this generator is having problems, which it has in the past, I've replaced almost everything on it, but I have had things go on it. So in those situations, I've had to turn the power off to the house, use the other generator to charge up the batteries, turn the power back onto the house. Kind of got to do it in small bursts, and it's a huge pain, but it works well enough. Ariana, how you doing? I do not have one of those. I have a beautiful wife. Let's try to keep this appropriate. Generally, when I'm out with the animals, when we're doing chores and we're taking care of the pigs, the goats, the cows, the rabbits, y'all keep it wholesome. But when we're just sitting here hanging out, y'all get wild. None of that right now, Ariana. None of that. Del Boy says, I'm begging to think he must have If he Del Boy, see what y'all doing? You're proving my point. Y'all get a little rowdy late at night when you guys be lonely. Y'all be lonely. Okay. Speaking of lonely, my wife is in the house, and we're pretty well going to call it an end. We've done all the animal chores. We did a little bit of fishing. We've hung out with you guys. So we're going to end this live stream. I appreciate you guys. Devin, the freaks are out, so we're going to go to bed. It's time to call it a night. I hope you guys take care. Have a good night. And Del Boy, y'all got to go get some. Get it out of your head. Let it out. Have a good night, guys. God bless. Take care. Relax. It's all good. Devin, thanks for joining us. Take care.